Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly astrology tarot card readings for the week of May 14th, 2025, or whenever this video finds you. I have all the astrology signs timestamped below in the description, so you can certainly go down there and find your sign and click right there to get your reading. Always want to remind you that this is for entertainment purposes only. So we're going to get started right away with Aries. As you know, let me write down the timestamp. And let me please remind everyone to please like, share, and subscribe as it really helps the channel. So here we go first with Aries. And let's get these cards shuffled. Yay! Let's see what we get for Aries for the week of May 14th, 2025. Here we go. Oh, that card flew out. We're going to take that card. I don't know what it is. Four of Wands. This is the card that flew out. So here we go with the Four of Wands. This card, like a graduation. In fact, being that it's, now the beginning of May here, graduation, moving on, a wedding, a birth of a child, moving on, like a commencement, a new beginning. I have this Devil card here. This is like, I almost feel like you're lifting the chains off of something. Things that have held you back. It's like, yeah, you're graduating, you're done, you're moving forward. And again, this Judgment card coming out of darkness. I feel like this is like a whole new beginning. And when I said commencement, that word really resonated with me. You're moving forward. A lot of you Aries moving forward, whether it's through, whether it's through an actual like graduation or wedding or something like that, like a formal beginning, or even if it's not, just something internally or in your mind or in your heart, a lot of new beginnings for a lot of you Aries out there. So there you go. All right, next up here we have Taurus. Let's see what we have for Taurus. This is for Taurus for the week of May 14th, 2025. Taurus for the week of May 14th, 2025. All right. Got these cards shuffled. All right. The Devil card comes up. Feeling restricted, but I feel like, again, with this new springtime, like lifting these restrictions, but also lifting the restrictions because you're kind of going deep. You're stepping away from things. Almost, I'm hearing stepping away from some people maybe that aren't really working out for you, or some drama situations. Like, I've had enough of that. Don't need it. It's going to be a new summer. And also, it's funny because I said stepping away from people, but your outcome card here is this Three of Cups. Being with friends and family and work associates, being with people that have your back. That's what brings the joy. So you know what? Getting away from some things, some people, some drama situations, but joining a group of people. Like I see you stepping back, and like you see how I turned like this, like finding that group that really has your back. That group that you don't even have to tell them when something's wrong, and they know that like something's up, and they come to your rescue, where that call comes in and they're like, hey, is something up? So anyway, that's what I see for you. All right, next up we have Gemini. This is Gemini for the week of May 14th, 2025. 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 Oh, I just had a card pop out. That's interesting. It popped out and it like stood on the one side like for a moment. So that's pretty cool. I've never had a card do that before. We're taking it too. Judgment card, being called out of the darkness, like you're being like opened up, like you're open. I just heard open your heart, open your mind. So here we go, Gemini. Three of Wands. You know what? Opening your heart, opening your mind, and making adjustments on things. This is like watching your ships come in, but not just watching them come in, but making adjustments so that things, like making some adjustments to your belief systems is what I'm hearing, so that things move forward more smoothly for you in the future. And look at this, Queen of Swords. I didn't even really pay attention to this, but moving forward in your truth. I love it. Taking the time to really kind of examine your belief systems as things come up for you and you say, you know what, that belief system doesn't work for me anymore. Moving forward in your belief systems and making those adjustments and seeing those belief systems now, being open to them. I love that. Being open to new belief systems, or being open to how you can adjust them, and watching your ships come in so you can move forward in a truer version of yourself. Nice. All right, here we go, Cancer. This is now Cancer for the week of May 14th, 2025. We have Cancer for the week of May 14th, 2025. Cancer for the week of May 14th, 2025. I'm going to give these cards one more shuffle here. Cancer for the week of May 14th, 2025. Okay, now that is definitely enough. Five of Cups. You know, this is kind of like a grief and a loss card, but it really, you know, I hear you're actually, I just heard coming out of it. Coming out of looking at what you may not have, but turning around and looking what you still have. Giving gratitude this week. Giving gratitude for the good things you still have. Even if you're really not focused on the cups that have fallen over, the things maybe that you've lost. Paying attention to thanking your spirit guides, thanking like those good things, saying, I'm so happy I have this. Thank you for being here. Like, what a beautiful home. I have a beautiful car. Even if you don't have those things, I just heard saying, I love my house. I love my car. I love my kids. I love just being, having that gratitude, even for things you don't have that you want. And you'll start to really open up a lot of energetic, like I just heard energetic portals. Queen of Swords, moving forward. Yes, you have that data in your head, moving forward on things. And then like this brings the balance that you need. The gratitude, giving out the gratitude brings it. Look at giving the gratitude out, right? Giving the gratitude. If you can maybe make a small donation or, you know, helping people, it's actually going to work. It's like, it's going to bring that balance back to you. Wow. It's like, if you can volunteer your time this week, or you can just even just like praying or meditating and sending good vibes to people. I really just get this feeling of like this circle around you, giving out good energy, you'll get it back. And I just heard 10 times, you know, you might not see it right away, but I just feel like a really nice energy exchange for you. All right, here we go, Leo. What do we have here? This is for Leo for the week of May 14th, 2025. Leo for the week of May 14th, 2025. I just had a big chunk of cards fall out. We're going to put those right back in. Leo, let's see what we have for you for Leo. Do a couple more shuffles. And here we go. Leo, sitting in your power this week, King of Pentacles, this beautiful power, you know, good money, good health, good wealth. I mean, just sitting there really in your power and being kind of a bit conservative on what you're going to be spending your money on. You're taking a look at your investments. You're taking a look at, you know, just taking a look, not afraid to spend your money or not afraid to spend your time, but also, you know, just kind of sitting back, you know. Seven of Wands, feeling maybe like, is someone asking you for something and you're taking a look like a child perhaps needs some money, or you're looking to spend some money on yourself. Do I really need to? Does this really fit into what I believe in, into my ideology before I do it? And then of course, you might spend that money or you might not. Will it improve my bottom line? I just heard, if I spend the money, if I spend the time, if I spend my emotions, if I spend my resources, right? Does it fit my ideology? And if I do, will it improve my bottom line? Will it improve moving forward? It doesn't have to be a material thing, okay? It can be, you know, you're going to take a long, hard look and moving forward. And you may very well spend it, but you're going to have that level of discernment, really, that we all, you know, should always be spending, you know, using our level of discernment this week on something. All right, here we go. This is Virgo. Here we go, Virgo, for the week of May 14th, 2025. Virgo for the week of May 14th, 2025. What do we have for Virgo for May 14th, 2025? May 14th. One more shuffle. I just lost a bunch of cards, so we're going to put those right back in. Strength card. Make sure we have a courage, I just heard. Make sure you go deep. You're not going to so much go deep, but make sure we go into our courage this week. Also, the World card here, you know what? Moving into a new phase, coming full circle, and kind of moving into a new phase and saying, you know what? Because I'm ready, right? We're ready for a new phase. Something's coming up. We just got to keep going. Keep our confidence level good, knowing things are ramping up, moving forward. So keeping our confidence level high, knowing things we are moving into new phases. I'm a Virgo. I know I'm moving into new phases. Not so maybe always happy with what's out there, but also knowing that I'm keeping my options open, which I love that for us Virgos. Okay, here we go for Libra. Let's see, let me write the timestamp. There we go. Libra for the week of May 14th, 2025. Libra for the week of May 14th, 2025. May 14th, 2025 for my Libra friends. Let's see what we have. One more shuffle. That one flip. We'll keep that. Ace of Wands, new creative beginning. I love it. Moving forward. It's divinely inspired, right? We're really feeling like, ooh, I got to move forward. Eight of Wands, moving forward quickly, we're really focused on where we want to move and where we want to move forward quickly. 10 of Swords, though, coming up. Kind of hesitant, but this is a good hesitation, knowing, listen, I did this in the past, or I maybe got help from someone in the past. I didn't maybe have the best experience with them. So what I love about this, and I'm going to actually just look down and I saw the bottom of the deck card, and this is this Seven of Pentacles. Keeping this in mind of who, cutting out what we, nurturing what we can, pruning out what we don't need, or what we want to, what's not growing. These are kind of two cards that really, yes, we have a great idea. Yes, we want to put the energy and the creativity towards it, and we should. But keeping in mind our belief systems and knowing, just, again, this word discernment comes up. We have belief systems. We have a certain level of being third dimensional beings on this planet. So not throwing caution to the wind is what I'm hearing. Keeping in mind those third dimensional, realities of we need to keep our job, most likely, if until we're ready to move forward, full speed ahead on those creative ideas, making sure we're keeping our feet planted in reality also. So that's what I just heard for Libra. All right, and now we have Scorpio. This is Scorpio for the week of May 14th, 2025. Scorpio for the week of May 14th, 2025. Scorpio, May 14th, 2025. Scorpio. One more shuffle for you, Scorpio. I can just... Wow, love it. Ace of Cups, divinely inspired. Your cup runneth over, emotion, the new emotional beginning. Maybe meeting someone, or just, actually, meeting yourself, I just heard. Coming into a new emotional beginning and saying, you know what, I'm worth it. I know where I'm going. I know what I want to feel, who I want to be with, and really giving yourself that beautiful, emotional hug, right? Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. I love this because this is like the heart, opening your mind. This is the mind, the thought process, the ideas, but not just the ideas, but the data and the thought process behind them. Really. And then my most favorite card in the deck, this Three of Cups, moving forward. Really, it could be a very strong week for you, Scorpio. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and then this Three of Cups, friends, family, fertility, abundance, moving forward, having fun. Really, I almost see maybe, starting a new business, you have a grand, where you're at the point of a grand opening, or you're really just moving forward. Just kind of things, I just heard things align. Could be things aligning for you this week, which I just really, really love. So, really a nice cards there for you, Scorpio, for this week. I love that. All right, here we go, Sagittarius. Sagittarius for the week of May 14th, 2025. Here we go, Sagittarius for the week of May 14th, 2025. I'm going to do one more shuffle. All right. Page of Pentacles. Again, a new idea, going maybe starting some training, moving forward. Having that fire in your belly when you're in your late teens, early 20s, going away to college, just something new coming up, looking up in yes, I'm just really motivated to move forward. And then this Fool card, again, motivated to move forward, right? Feeling like I'm starting a new journey. I love both of these cards together, starting this new journey. Then we get this Nine of Swords card, right? This is kind of bringing us back to reality, but still feeling anxious. Why is this anxiety there? You know what? I'm really getting this feeling that this anxiety is there because we know that taking this leap of faith is always a lot of fun, and it's great. But we have to keep in mind, this is actually a nice grounding card, because yes, there's the fun, there's the creativity, but we have to keep in mind the data. Can we do this? Can we move forward? You know, I've had a lot of people in the past tell me, like, just move forward, just do this, just do that. But listen, I have these pesky little things, you know, like a mortgage, and like I get hungry and I got to buy groceries. So I have to make sure that, you know, I am, and this is just for me personally, that, you know, I have to maintain my third dimensional qualities of, you know, having a job and being able to pay my bills. So sometimes we can't move forward maybe at the pace that we want to move forward on all our creative ideas. That doesn't mean, though, that I can't move forward with baby steps on some of my creative ideas. So that may be really, you know, something that you might need to keep in mind too, Sagittarius, for this week. Nothing wrong with that. You know what, I'm hearing baby steps forward, and you know, if and when you're ready. Okay, so here we go, and I just lost a card. Hold on. Okay, and here we go. Now we're ready for Capricorn. Capricorn for the week of May 14th, 2025. May 14th, 2025. May 14th, 2025. Let's see what we have. Interesting. Ace of Wands, great creativity, like almost divinely inspired growth, fertility, abundance, creativity coming up. Eight of Cups, walking away to something better, right? I mean, I love that. And Ten of Swords. This is like almost the second or third time I've gotten this card in this position for other signs today. Again, weighing the moving forward with what's happened in the past. If you've had a bad relationship with someone, or you've been stabbed in the back, using that discernment before you know, we all have great creative ideas. Before you walk away to something that you think is better, make sure that you weigh it with what's happened in the past. It doesn't mean that you can't move forward. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't move forward, but you have to use your discernment this week, Capricorn. Is it the right direction for you to move forward at this time? Maybe doing, again, smaller steps, baby steps, you know, and maybe doing nothing at all. That's always an option. So just keeping all that in mind. And it's interesting that I have gotten that. I will tell you now, you know, this is the 10th sign now that I'm doing a reading for, that 10 of Swords, that I've gotten that 3 different times in that position this week. So yes, it sounds like we're all getting, or not all, but many of us are getting creative ideas. We're ready to move forward, but there's just keeping in mind some of the past information, you know, that discernment that we all need to keep in mind as we move forward on any project at any time. So there we go. All right, now we have Aquarius. All right, this is Aquarius for May 14th, 2025. Aquarius for May 14th, 2025. Let's see what we get. Aquarius, May 14th, 2025. Oh my goodness. Ace of Swords. Really a beautiful, you know, thinking, data, moving forward. So not only just with ideas, but really getting like the backing, like the reports and the data behind it, and, you know, the analysis of it. 5 of Swords. Here's another sword. Here's the Ace of Swords. Here's another swords. But having some competition. Maybe other people are having the same ideas, or they're like, wait a minute, that was my idea, or they take your idea, or, you know, they're just knowing that there might be some competition or some issues around that idea. But then having this Emperor card around as an outcome. Do you have a mentor maybe that can help you with moving this idea forward, or can help you work on it, especially if it's a work thing? Yeah, a lot of ideas. Maybe have some competition around it. Maybe have someone who is this level of, like a level of competitor of an Emperor, or someone who can actually be more of a protector for you too of your idea. I'm hearing maybe bringing even like an attorney in or something to help you. So just keeping that in mind. Good ideas, good or some data or something that you might need to look into. You might need to bring in someone who really is like a professional in that area, like again, an attorney or a doctor, or some type of legal, you know, representation. So just keeping that in mind this week as you move forward, Aquarius. And here we go now. This is Pisces. let's see what we have for Pisces for May 14th, 2025. I just had a card come out. I don't know what it is. We're going to keep that. And we have Pisces for the week of 5/14. Oh, two other cards just flipped out. Well, you're not going to believe this. This is the same card I've gotten for many of the signs. And it's not for lack of shuffling, because I've been shuffling like crazy. Ace of Swords. This is the card I'm talking about. This is Ace of Swords. You know, divine inspiration as far as thought process, analysis, ideas, moving forward, data. The Magician, using all this information to move forward. But then, Ten of Swords. This is the card I'm talking about. Using your discernment this week. You know, things have happened in the past. Hopefully you've learned your lessons as you move forward, getting the help that you need to move forward. So if something doesn't feel right, if someone's done you wrong in the past, keeping that in mind before you move forward. And just keeping that in mind. It doesn't mean that you can't move forward or you shouldn't do something, but just keeping those lessons learned, you know, in your back pocket. And like I say, this card has come up for, I think, 4 other readings in this position this week. So there you go. All right, my friends, as you know, Mondays are my 3-card pick-a-card short. Tuesdays are my super duper girl shorts. Here we are Wednesdays for my weekly tarot astrology readings. Thursdays, tomorrow, are my weekly energy readings with a 3-card pick. And on Fridays are my weekend energy readings with a 3-card pick. So I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.